I like how student-led conferences, like, you get to really show how your parents how hard you worked in a module.
What I like about student-led conferences is that you can talk to your parents about how good you're doing, and you could show them the work that you're doing.
I like to be able to show my parents my work and my progress.
Students are the most important stakeholders in the process of learning at Park Elementary School.
Student-engaged assessment is a hallmark of EL education.
It says, I show perseverance in math.
In this philosophy, we believe that when students have the opportunity to have assessments done with them rather than to them, they have a better understanding of their learning path. We value students tracking their knowledge and their proficiency in regards to standards and learning targets. We also put a lot of emphasis on goal setting and reflection as part of this process. And another piece of student-engaged assessment is student-led conferences, which is a practice that we have at Park twice a year.
Student-led conferences are a cornerstone of student-engaged assessment at Park Elementary School. They are an opportunity for students to reflect publicly on their learning, both academically and their character development. In a typical student-led conference, the student does the bulk of the talking, and they pick two pieces of work. One that shows progress and mastery towards a standard, and one that's a struggle. This gives the students an opportunity to show their learning and the parents an opportunity to see how the student is progressing at Park Elementary School.
I prepare with, like, we get binders, and when we take work to show evidence for that work, and then we say like how good we think we did, scale to like 1 to 5, and then our teacher will say like, I think you did that too, or I agree, or I disagree.
Well, how you prepare for student-led conferences is by you look in your binder and you ask your teacher what you should talk about. We show them the work we've done in our class, and like if I was in math, I could show them like an assignment I have.
Throughout the school year, you can do work and you can use it as evidence. We have this chart thing, and you put an X by it when you do something. So red is all operations with fractions, white is add and subtract decimals, purple is multiply and divide decimals, and green is solve multi-step problems, and blue is volume and area. So, and then there's everybody's name, and whichever color you did, you put an X under. So Corinna, she multiplied and divided decimals 2 times, and she put it as evidence. Or all of these, multiply and divide decimals, Rory did it 3 times for evidence.
And so the student-led conference gives parents and students an opportunity to communicate and to talk about how they're doing and what are areas of struggle in their character and in their academics.
Sometimes when I have something like I want to work on with them, I'll like tell them how my goals to get better at that and how I can practice to get better at that for next time.
Furthermore, it's an amazing opportunity for students to develop verbal communication skills, to be organized, to practice just being a citizen, to introduce someone, to have a good conversation, and to really think about who they are as an individual and as a student at Park.
I think it might make me a better student because it shows me how like I want to get good at this. I want to get evidence so I can show my parents that I'm doing good.
They make me feel pretty good because the parents talk to the teacher and talk about what you need to do and what you don't need to do, and like which one you were good at and which one you weren't.
It makes me feel a little proud when I've got good work to show them. And I also have a little nervous in case I don't have something good to show them.
I really like that you can lead it, and it's not like your teacher leading it, and you don't get to really talk, and your parent and your teacher and your parent have to talk about your progress, even though you're the one that's doing it. I think student-led conferences are really good.
and then you can make like a little strip of paper to help you remember what to talk about.